Hello and welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic and our Sith Warrior light side playthrough. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to get into here and try to intercept our evidence, you know, because the wonderful evidence that we actually went after in the previous episode, and well, clearly it wasn't there. And so we're going to have to chase it down. We're going to have to try and intercept it. And of course, as you might expect, the Olgo are the ones that were trying to get the evidence by the looks of things, which is always quite funny considering we've already somewhat thwarted their efforts. But apparently, apparently we need to do a little bit more, you know. But that's fine because we do have a bonus mission here. This is another one of those bonus missions that I actually feel is designed really, really nicely because basically, as you can take a look here, they put. Wait a minute. Yeah, no, they actually... Wait, do they? Maybe not so much this time around. Yeah, no, not so much this time around. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit sad, I gotta say. A little bit sad, because I was actually kind of hoping that they would have optimized this as well, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So you do have to... Well, you have to kill 2 out of 3 of these captains, right, along the way to your objective, which in the grand scheme of things is really efficient, of course, because you are basically forced into killing 2 out of 3, unless you're a stealth class or unless you take some extraordinary measures or something like that just by walking around them or something. But they don't put every single captain in your way, so I suppose if you don't want to fight all of them, then you don't have to, but there is a third one off to the side, which I suppose isn't that bad, considering you did have to fight the other 2, and, well, I just think that in general, it probably should have just been a normal straight line kind of deal, so that you just get the experience, so you don't have to really worry about that kind of stuff, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't, all things considered. You know, I'm probably just being way too detail oriented here, and I'm surprised that we actually didn't get to speak to this guy. Okay, well, that was it? Really? Are you serious? That was literally it. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird actually. And now we need to go and speak to him. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to go and speak to him right now. I am literally going to go and get the fast travel point first. Alright, so it looks as though we're going to be completing this optional objective really, really easily. Actually, super surprising that they've placed so many enemies in here. I don't know, maybe there's a part 2? Is there a part 2 to this? It doesn't seem like it. No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I'm going to try to be a bit sneaky after this. Sith Warrior being sneaky, not exactly in keeping with our character that much, but I guess if we can, then I will try to. As you can see though, they've placed them in very, very tricky positions. These guys do die pretty fast, so I don't think we really need to worry super hard about being careful here, but stealth would definitely make a huge difference. I don't really want to switch specialization just to skip a couple of normal enemies. It doesn't really affect us a great deal. There is the first thing. That is the planetary generator that we need to disable. Let's see if I can do that. Let me just take this. Sometimes the looting doesn't work for some reason. Don't know why. But now we can actually do the damage that we need to do. Yeah, so basically I didn't even need to tackle all of these enemies. I actually just needed to deal with the ones in a straight line, and then I probably would have had enough anyway for the optional. So that's good to know. I was just being careful. Okay, that's it. Now we just need to invade General Gisselle's encampment. So there were no cutscenes anywhere. Right. Alright, so before I actually continued on with the other story mission, I decided to come back here because I thought to myself, okay, well, there are a number of other steps to go, and I thought, you know, let's just do this first.
Tell me you've defeated Vesix. Tell me you managed to destroy the evidence of Thul's misdeeds before Ulgo was able to distribute it.
All that remains is my payment.
Never in my entire life have I been so relieved. Here is a reward from House Thule. You've done a great thing for the Empire. I hope you realize that.
Alright, so not too bad, not too bad. The guy actually... Wait a minute. That was super weird. Okay, so the droid basically said that there was something else happening, or at the very least, he was receiving a message from someone, and I actually thought that we were going to get another stage of the mission, but apparently not. I was actually just going to, like, you know, let you know what was actually being said once we got control back, but apparently there was nothing else. Alright, so I was actually incorrect about not getting an additional mission, but it's kind of weird because the guy didn't even talk to me about this, which is really strange. I don't know why that would have been the case, but here he is anyway.
My lord, please stand by a moment. I have urgent orders to put you into contact with my superior, Darth Victus.
Ah, so you've finally arrived. I've been told that you've accomplished much for the Empire during your service to Darth Barris. I am Darth Victus. Our Empire has need of you, Sith, here and now.
I'm going to need details.
The task at hand involves House Pantia, the weakened former rulers of Alderaan. Though most believe them wiped out, a few stragglers yet survive. These surviving Pantiers are needed to legitimize House Thule's eventual rule. We are creating an understanding with them even now, but the forces of House Ulgo plan to interfere.
I'm quickly losing interest.
Your amusement is not my concern. Ulgo has strike teams massing Thranta for transport. They intend to assault the Pantiers' mountain hideaway and slaughter all surviving members of the House. The eradication of House Pantia would greatly impede our plans for House Thule's ascendance. It cannot be allowed. You will find the Ulgo strike teams and destroy them at once.
I'll see if the mood strikes me.
It would be best if you kept the interests of the Empire foremost in your priorities. Report back to Lieutenant Muir when you have done as you should.
Good luck.
Alright, so basically you saw the new subtitles there, didn't you? Yeah. So someone was extremely kind enough to let me know that there are actually ways you can customize your subtitle experience. I didn't know this. I had no idea that this was even possible. But this is really going to make a huge difference, maybe to some of you as well. So I'm just going to show you. Basically, you just go here to conversation, and then you can change your conversation reactions, as well as the, I'm just going to move this up a little bit, as well as the conversation subtitles. So I'm just going to move those round about there. It's just a little bit higher up because obviously, as you could probably tell, they were maybe a little bit too large as well. So I'm going to make them a little bit smaller. And then you can also change your response wheel too. So you can change the response wheel's scale as well. Basically, you just want to click on this and then change it however you like. For me personally, I'm going to just move this a little bit higher. I think I just need to do a little bit of tweaking here and there just to make sure everything is working as intended. Camp Thranta. I don't actually know what I need to do there, but I know one thing for sure. I'm in the wrong place for the other missions, so I'm going to have to go back. Alright, so I've actually made it inside Gisselle's encampment. It's actually quite funny because I literally just ran through here on my mount. And yeah, just actually one thing I wanted to say about the subtitles thing. Thank you very much to the person that told me about that, because I've been having issues with phone viewers. You know, if people are watching on phones, it's going to be really hard for them to see exactly what's going on the screen. And so I've obviously been trying to voice the aliens a little bit, and maybe that's made a bit of a difference. But this is hopefully going to solve that whole issue. At least I can hope.
Our standing army outside is being wiped out. Someone or something is on its way here.
My technicians almost have the force field reset, but we're still a sitting duck.
There have been several assassinations of House Thule officials, whose security systems were down by the generator explosion. In my opinion, House Ulgo is behind all this.
Your opinion is about to change. I'm here for information on Jason Wilson's family.
Intruder!
Giselle, get behind me.
None of you panic. I'll handle this. Sith, did I hear you right? You've perpetrated all this in search of my former handmaiden?
You figured it out.
Like me, you'll stop at nothing to achieve your goals. You have decimated my forces outside. They were to be deployed to secure a part of my front that's about to fall. Now I have no reinforcements. You seek information only I have, and my front needs bolstering. Perhaps we can help each other.
I'll defend your front, but tell me what I wish to know first.
I am not so gullible. I'll tell you about Jason Wilson's parents, after my front is defended. Now, on my left flank, there's a tunnel between my forces and House Ulgo's that has been hard-pressed by the enemy. I have only a ragtag troop defending this tunnel, and Ulgo is about to attack. You must repel the enemy forces.
I take issue with the word must.
You're right. I'm fortunate to have the benefit of your services. What's left of my forces at the tunnel choke point are being led by Lieutenant DONGUS. I'll let DONGUS know you're coming. He'll contact me as soon as you've succeeded. Assuming you do.
I won't disappoint you.
I have a good feeling you won't. Goodbye, Sith. As uncomfortable as it is to say, I hope we speak again soon.
Ah, there we go. Did you see how cool that was? That entrance. I don't know why we never do that ever again. Do we? Are there actually moments later on in the story where we actually have our Sith Warrior or any of our Force users go into an opposing base and actually show themselves using their Force powers in such a aggressive manner? I don't know. Do we? Because I can't remember that. I don't think I can. So that was pretty awesome, actually, all things considered. Now, unfortunately, I do have to now kill all of these enemies on the way out. It would probably have been a better idea to kill these on the way in, because I think you probably would have gotten an optional mission, but I didn't kill any of them, as I said. And so that's the reason why we're now having some problems with it. And it looks as though, look at that, I now need to go back there, so I can just actually port. Alright, so we've made our way into the cave, and we're now going to be speaking to Lieutenant DONGUS, and hopefully we'll get a good resolution to this. I think we will, probably, because I just made my way through a bunch of enemies.
Alright, man. This is it. With the captain dead, it falls on me to rally what's left of us. I guess the reinforcements aren't gonna make it. We'd better get ready. Ulgo forces are fast approaching. I can feel the tunnel walls shaking.
Then we shake the walls right back at them.
Lieutenant, we've been flanked.
No, wait. General Giselle sent word that a Sith would be coming to our aid, but I thought I must have misheard her.
Sir, I'm not trusting the Sith, no way.
We're drastically outnumbered, Sergeant. The General's given an order, and besides, without help, we die for sure.
The rest of the men and me aren't sticking around for a suicide run.
You'd only get in the way anyway.
Follow me, men. Only a full fight's where there's no chance of victory.
I don't think so, Sarge. Maybe with the Sith at our side, we can repel the attack. Yeah, and I don't relish the idea of being a deserter anyway.
Glad to hear it, men. Sergeant, you are relieved, and I will report this to General Giselle personally.
Now you're sounding like a leader, Lieutenant.
Even though I understand the instinct to run, desertion can't be tolerated. Get out of here, Sergeant. Let the real soldiers fight the good fight.
Lieutenant, the Ulgo forces are coming now. What do we do?
Stand your ground and fight like men.
Take your positions. This is it.
Oh, okay. We've actually got a proper attack coming on here. All right. Okay, I'm all in on this. This is great. Okay. Well, I don't think we really need to worry too much about this, all things considered, because these guys are clearly going to be basically the exact same enemies we've been fighting this entire time, and they don't have too much damage output, so we should be absolutely fine here. Nothing to worry about. And the great thing about this, actually, was that it? Are you serious? No. There we go. That's certainly not the case. Yeah, we're going to have to be very, very careful here. Because there may be a champion unit that comes along, or I don't know. It depends. It very much depends here. Here we go. I mean, a champion unit. Oh, never mind. No champion unit. Okay, fine. Heroic missions apparently are the things where we're going to have to worry about those guys.
That was amazing. They just kept coming, and you're a war machine.
I appreciate your observation.
You might want to stop all the chatter. Those bozos are regrouping for another attack. Get ready.
Let them come. They'll find I'm more than their match.
Here they come.
I'll protect you, Lieutenant Dongus. Let's do this. Alright. So we basically got the exact same enemies again, which shouldn't be too bad again. But you never know. I mean, there's bound to be a boss, right? Surely there's going to be a boss or not. I actually don't know, but we should probably use Gore a little bit here. I still want to try out the damage over time build, actually. Or should we say the damage over time specialization. I think that sounds like a pretty fun idea. But I don't know. It's a difficult situation. Difficult situation. Because if they do actually come at us with a champ... here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Yep, this is what I'm talking about right here. Okay, we don't really even have to worry about this at all. One thing I've actually found, by the way, is using Massacre and then Ravage seems to be a much better use of damage, because Ravage actually attacks... I don't even know how many... I don't know how many strikes it makes. I think 3 or so strikes. And generally, if you use Massacre first, you're going to get extra damage output from every single hit, or it should give you a higher chance for extra damage output, at least.
There's blood all over me! It's everywhere! Everywhere!
Calm down, Lieutenant. Your wounds are superficial.
Hey, I just snuck a peek into the tunnel. There's a heap of those laser brains getting ready for another swipe.
Bring the whole blasted army. I'll take them all.
Get ready to be overrun.
Okay, yeah, that was certainly not something I was intending, because I thought that was a funny answer. Oh, okay, well, as I said, it's not that big a deal. It's one of those times where I just go, yeah, you know what, it's fine. I'll just take the disapproval, that's all good, you know, not that big a deal. She likes us quite a bit anyway, as far as I'm aware, so we really don't have to worry super hard about that. And apart from that, we should be good here. Here we go. Okay, this is a big droid right here. We don't have to worry about this, though, I don't think. As you can see, we got some nice damage output. If I didn't get myself knocked back and knocked on the floor, then, you know, that's obviously a big problem. But, you know, we're absolutely fine here. We're going to be great. I actually feel like Berserker's become so much better with levels. It really is actually insane, because I think it gives us extra attack speed for, I think, 6 attacks instead of 3 now, or was it 4?
It's a miracle! The Ulgo forces are retreating! You did it!
I couldn't have done it without you, Lieutenant.
You are too kind, Sith. I'll get General Giselle on the holo for you. She'll be very relieved.
What's the word, Dongus? I assume that since you're hailing me, the day is won?
Yes, General. The Sith single-handedly turned back the entire attack.
Sith, as painful as it has been, it seems you've come through. I hope you're not expecting a thank you.
I want what you promised.
Yes, well, a deal is a deal. Now, I promise to tell you where Jaisa Wilson's parents could be found. They have been servants in Castle Organa for many years. Sith, the Wilsons are a simple, innocent, hard-working people. They deserve your mercy.
I'll take it under consideration.
That's all I can ask.
Goodbye, Sith. And thanks for saving my life.
Yeah, there we go. I feel like we should have gotten some light side points for this. Is that just me? I don't know. I feel like we should have gotten some light side points anyway. Okay, so yeah, back to this outpost. However, for now, that is going to be the end of this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.